Alright, hey guys, so today we're going over a list for both Haseritt and Lilfa today. I'll just make it pretty quick since we've done a deck profile for it just previously with the kind of like the older list of what I was initially going to be doing with this deck. So this is now the new list for both, so we'll just quickly go over the lists fairly quick. So again, we have the new grade 3. If you don't know what the new cards do, just check my whole video out. I over-explain all that. So with the Ride Line, then we have the Fanat. Again, just another way of bouncing forward back. You know, gets Decade Power, Decade Shield, really good. Battery of the Sunrise, one of the Sunride. We've got the 4 copies of the L's. Again, just a very good way of drawing cards. And also, you know, kind of calling more units out when we need to extend our attacks, which is really great. We run 3 of the old Lilfas because, again, with the new Lilfa gets extra shield, so really having extra shield is always a good thing. We have 3 Avnias. I'm pretty sure I can't remember if we had a 4 before, but we put it down to 3. It's the only card that can really contest for Soul now, so we always have Soul, but again, you do have to keep in mind it's only Soul plus out Lilfa cards. That's why we run 3 copies of the Proof-La to put the Lilfas back in Soul. Now, two of the new cards we have added to the list was the first one being Hazet. The reason why we added her is because she does get 5k by herself if we have 3 or more different units, which we most likely always will. So she's a strong standalone attacker. But for the fact as well that if we have 4 or 4 different normal units, we can bounce and regard back. So essentially this works as like another version of Funat, but it does not use energy. The only drawback is obviously that our new Lilfa only calls out the 3, so we can't call her out. But again, in scenarios where we don't have the Fanat, but we have the Hazet, that can be a way to make sure we actually get all our board back. So really good grade 2. And then we do run 3 copies of the Persia, so that's essentially the gun cycler. We run her as, you know, as a good offensive / defensive option, but we also do sometimes use it for the Sunride skill, you know, if you do have the extra counterblast or energy, just to bounce cards back to, so that, you know, we're always getting our board back to hand. So then when we're using Lilfa, we're only calling like cards that we do want on board, which are okay with losing. So that's essentially why we have these 2 new cards on the list. Feels really solid. Again, you still build a lot of hand, you have a lot of shield in this deck, and you have a lot of ways to, you know, always get your board back and then recall it, so it's really great. And then obviously, yeah, we do have 4 copies of our card that allows us to generate the 5 attacks. And yeah, the triggers are still the same. I'm pretty sure we'll run the same tissue before, so yeah, that is the little list. Going over Haseritt. She has changed, I'd want to say, a lot more compared to the Lilfa list. So initially, you know, we were focusing more on kind of getting a stable 4 to 5 attacks, sometimes 6 if we're lucky. But what we've opted for now is to go for pure aggression. So if we have an adequate amount of counterblast, we can push for 6 attacks really early on. So to make sure that we can, you know, pull it off more consistently, we now do run 4 copies of the Revelia. We also do run 4 copies of the Topia. And a previous list, from what I remember, I'm pretty sure we're running 2 and 2 of both, but we've bumped them both up to 4. So we have the adequate soul, you know, to Topia, so then we can use, you know, Revelia. So the rule of thumb essentially is, because if you have no soul, 2 Topias will give you 2 Revelia procs. So provided you have 2 Revelias on board. We do have the 3 Carolinas, you know, just a really strong body. We also still do have the 4 Suns, because it's a really amazing card. Let's just search for any card in our deck. So again, since we're trying to more focus on, you know, getting those 6 attacks off, you can thankfully search for both the Topia and Revelia, which is great. Another new card that we added to the list is the Persia. Just again because our Haseritt only uses 3 energy, and for turns prior to that, especially if we go in second, we have excess energy, so we can use this card defensively, or also use it to discard to draw cards and stuff through our ride line. So we're just building up a hand as fast as possible. I think on our previous list we were running the Sanctitude. I can't remember, but we just have opted just for the 4 PGs now, because again we just want to have PGs that we can actually call down, because again we need normal units to attack with, and in scenarios when we have our Sanctitude we can't use that, we can't call it. So yeah, so this is the new Haseritt list. Now I know this is pretty quick, so if you guys did have any questions, just feel free to leave them in the comments down below, and I'll do my best to answer them. Alrighty, so that's it for me. See ya.